You're watching Study with Sudhir. This is your digital classroom. My name is T.S. Sudhir. The Unlock 4 guidelines issued by the Government of India are out. And as we had said in our previous video, the government has decided that till the 30th of September, all schools, colleges and all educational institutions shall remain shut. Now, according to the note which has been issued, this has been done after consultation with states as well as union territories, and the feedback from parents as well as school managements was that schools should not be opened in a hurry, at least not till the 30th of September. However, there is a clause out there in that note which you need to be mindful of. From the 21st of September, from the 21st of September, outside of the containment zones in any city or in any town in India, 50% of teaching as well as non-teaching staff can be called into the schools by the managements in order to undertake either online teaching or telecounseling or any other related school work. Point number 2 is that students of classes 9 to 12 also will be permitted to visit their schools, right, in areas again which are outside containment zones. That is absolutely mandatory. But this will be on a voluntary basis, in the sense that school managements cannot force any student of these 4 classes 9, 10, 11, 12 to necessarily come to the school, but this will be on a voluntary basis. Any student who may wish to come to the school in order to take help or guidance from any of the teachers, but this will also be after the schools receive written consent from the parents of those students. Now, how do we really interpret this? Because this has come in the morning paper, so all of you would be aware of this. But what is more important is how do we interpret this decision of the government to keep the schools closed, yet keep a window open for any student who wants to come to school after the 21st of September, right? 5 points out here. This is basically being done to test the response system in practical terms. Response system of the schools, response systems of the students and their parents oblique guardians. It is also being done in order to inspire confidence among the parents and also students that they need to now adjust to the new normal. How the new normal would be is what they could possibly experience when they go back to school on a voluntary basis. I think basically, in my personal opinion, this kind of a very guarded approach is better than saying that from so and so date all the schools will reopen, right? So this is basically being tested. It's almost on a trial basis as to what the new normal could be as far as the educational institutions are concerned. Point number 2, this will obviously help students break the monotony of online learning and interacting with the teachers only in the online space, because you would agree that human interaction would really help, right? Point number 3, even in understanding of concepts, right? Teaching in smaller groups, because obviously all the 30 students in a class or 40 students in a class are not going to all come at the same time. They will obviously be in smaller groups. So in order to explain some concepts or clarify any doubts, smaller groups would ensure, 1, social distancing. They would also ensure health precautions and help in clarification of doubts, right? 4th point, what we do is we keep talking about students feeling very isolated, depressed, anxious sitting at home all day, and we really underestimate the positive power of meeting our friends and teachers face to face, right? Because for close to 6 months, almost 5.5 to 6 months now, we've all been indoors, largely speaking. So just seeing your best friend or your favorite teacher at school can actually act as a major positive energy. So in that sense, I welcome this decision to kind of reopen schools in a very, very guarded manner, with a very guarded approach post the 21st of September. Last point, if all goes well and the cases do not spiral, fingers crossed, beyond September, India can afford to look at reopening of the educational institutions maybe post Dussehra, or in the worst case scenario perhaps post Diwali, in a more formal manner, opening up of the schools, colleges, all different educational institutions, polytechnics, etc. So till then, this kind of an informal arrangement can continue, wherein students can be called in batches depending on whether their parents allow or not, and then gradually take things from there. So this kind of a gradual and a very graded approach to my mind, is probably the best approach at this time. It's being cautious. Both the government, even the school managements would not want to kind of call in everybody at the same time. Mix online classes with these kind of classes in small batches to kind of clarify doubts, explain things better face to face. So that's how the school life is going to be post the 21st of September. So I would tell all students, take advantage of the opportunity, but it does not mean that you end up going to school almost on a daily basis. Please do not do that. And even if you do, ensure that you follow all the health protocols that have been put in place. Be very, very cautious. Try to be as safe as possible, both in terms of what transport you take to go to the school and come back, and how do you interact with your peers, with your fellow students, with your teachers, with the other school staff during the time that you are at school. So you need to be very cautious. We are still not out of the woods completely, as you would know, as you would agree. But yes, this would definitely be like a fresh breath of fresh air, definitely, and it would definitely rejuvenate the entire learning process, as it were. So all the best to you, but definitely the bottom line is stay safe. Thank you very much for watching.